Good morning. So I want to go ahead and recap two trades I made today, a little bit more in depth. I think I'll do this kind of moving forward to kind of explain a little bit of my strategy and what I like to, look for in terms of making some trades. So AMC started off rallying this morning, one of the highest volume stocks of the day. Now, again, I don't like trading the third pullback, but I will trade the first or second. So ultimately, what I look at this large rift here as, or this large bearish pattern as, it's a pullback. And so what I was looking for was a good entry point, essentially. And when I started to see, as you guys can see here, this pattern, this bullish pattern starting to form, I figured, hey, let me keep an eye on this stock and see what she does. Okay. So essentially what I was able to see here and why I placed this trade. So price broke, or price was, I think at this time, about 14.30 at this time when I got in. I like that price, or maybe 14.25. I like that price because my stop loss, I usually like to keep my stop losses about 20 cents, 25 cents, sometimes 15 or 10 cents. I like to keep my stop losses tight. Okay. I like to find stocks that fit my risk tolerance. Okay. So essentially what I did was, or the reason why I like this trade was because I was able to get in at a price where my stop loss would be at or right above VWAP. And it's also very close to a whole dollar amount. I think I was actually able to get it here at VWAP or right above it, to where my stop would put me below VWAP, below the 20, below the 10 SMA, and below or right at $14, which of course whole dollars are usually levels of support. So I figured, hey, this is a decently safe entry point, right? And so lo and behold, it did this business and it stalled up about here. I sold half my share size, and that put me at about, I think, about a 15-cent profit. But then the other half of my shares, I was able to go ahead and ride through this wave all the way up to 14.88, 14.80 is about where I sold the other half of my shares. So that was definitely a good trade there with AMC. Second trade of the day came from HRTX. Now, this stock from the beginning of the day till now rode above the 9 EMA the entire morning, okay? From 1330 all the way now to 1440, just riding the 9 EMA. And I like stocks like this. I like setups like this. For the most part, it is low risk if you can get in at a good time, okay? So for me, what is that good time? That good time is when the price pulls back to the 9 EMA. Okay, so let's talk about when is a good entry point. Okay, on a stock that is bullish, okay, which is what I prefer to trade, bullish stocks. Okay, when you see a pattern, as you see here, especially at the beginning of the day, that is on a consistent trend, there are hardly any dips below the 9 EMA, hardly any dips below the 10 SMA. All you need to do, well, not all you need to do, but a safe entry point is when the price pulls back to the 9 EMA. It is a pattern that you see over and over and over again. Look at this price action. You see it here, rally and rise to 1360, then kind of trade flat until the 9 EMA catches it. Then it does the exact same joint, same business, breaks out slightly, pulls back, breaks out, breaks out, breaks out, pulls back, right? But the price hardly ever breaks below the 9 EMA. These are the types of stocks, even though the price is moving slow, these are the types of stocks that I like to trade, especially after already having, a winning trade. This is a safe trade where I can come in and make profit. So essentially, that's what I did. I got in on this stock. I believe it was about 14.20, something in that range, 14.20. Yeah, I think it was right in here is when I got in, 14.24. And essentially, I just rode this thing all the way up to about 14.40, 14.30, sold half my share size, and then, sold the other half of my shares, I believe, right up about here. So, it was a good trade. It was definitely a good trade. Now you can see here, it started to slip below the 9 EMA for the first time all morning, but quickly recovered, right? So these are the types of setups that I look for, right? Trading in the stock market doesn't have to be ridiculous or anything crazy. It's just understanding certain strategies and then having the patience to wait for them. It's very important. All right. always have the necessary stop losses. And, you know, you guys got to understand that most traders in the very beginning, myself included, you will lose money. You will lose money in the beginning. But once you start understanding like the rules, like what strategy you like and you feel comfortable with, you know, based on your risk tolerance, once you start understanding how to set appropriate stop losses and managing your risks, once you start having the patience to only trade setups that you know or you can reasonably assume will be profitable, such as what you see here, okay? When you get to that point, more often than not, you're going to be in the green, okay? And from that point, the amount of your profit is based on your risk tolerance, all right? So again, family, this is just a quick trade recap on these particular two stocks. Profitable days for HRTX and AMC. You know, the market has been choppy. I'm not going to lie. The market has been kind of crazy. You know, even with, you know, with a lot of things we see going on out here, the market is very, very choppy. But I think it's starting to bounce back. We're starting to see the bounce back in this market. So, you know, for you guys out there, you know, sometimes you just have to be patient. Sometimes you just have to be patient and understand, you know, where to not take a trade. You know what I'm saying? Wait for those setups that are going to put you in position to be profitable, you know, and don't just trade for the sake of trading for real, right? Because that's how you lose money. All right. So, you know, hey, best wishes to you guys out there. And yeah, talk to you soon.